Hello and welcome wherever you are in the world. We are thrilled you are joining us. We are here live at Hethel, which is in the east of the UK. And I'm not going to lie, it's been raining and it's probably going to continue to do so. Most important about this location, it's the home of Lotus.
And over the course of the next hour, we'll be giving you an exclusive look at the facilities, the people, and of course the cars that give Lotus the legendary name in automotive.
And tonight, for the first time ever, we are unboxing the newest car from Lotus, the Emira. Don't go anywhere. Yay!
Coming up in the next hour, we go behind the scenes of the new investments in Hethel. Design director Russell Carr provides a detailed look at the Lotus Emira. Formula One world champion Jenson Button tests the car on track. And we're joined by 131 superfans from around the world. Welcome to Emira Unboxed.
Good evening and welcome. We are thrilled to have you with us tonight. I'm Andy J.
I'm Helen Stanley, and for the next hour, you have the best seat in the house as we get ready to unbox the Lotus Emira, live for the very first time.
The Emira is the all-new car from Lotus. It will be built right here in Hethel. And tonight is the first chance any of us will get to see it up close and personal.
We're broadcasting across the world on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and there are even watching parties happening tonight.
There are, yes, and you can join in the conversation as we go through the show. Just tell us what you think and share the love using the hashtag #ForTheDrivers. Lotus is, after all, for the drivers, so we want you all to be a part of this.
We're here, you're here, we've got an audience, specially invited guests. Good evening, audience. They are all socially distanced and in their bubbles, but we also have some very special Lotus fans joining us. From the Mark I in 1948, each time a new car has been developed by Lotus, it's given a type number. The Emira was codenamed Type 131, and to celebrate that, we've invited 131 Lotus superfans to take part in tonight's event. Lotus has fans from all over the world, and for obvious reasons, they couldn't travel here, but we're excited to welcome them all virtually.
So let's do it, shall we? Let's welcome the superfans. Give us a wave. All of you wave to them as well. Let's give us a wave. Here we go. Where are they? Come on, superfans. Let's see you. Here they come. Whoa! That's some fascinating superfan action there. There they are. Look, hello, guys. There we go. All right, look at that. There are some fabulous backgrounds going on. Can you see that? Oh, yes. Look at all those happy, smiling faces. Hello, everybody. We can see you, you can see us. Every time you see them, guys, give them a nice big wave. Thank you for taking the time to join us, all of you, from all over the world. Now, look, we'll get a chance to speak with the superfans as the show goes on. And, of course, we are thrilled that Lotus are hosting guests in some of their showrooms around the world, including Antwerp, Paris, Nancy, Rome, Luxembourg, Monte Carlo. Ooh, fancy. Leatherhead. Ooh. Nottingham. And Silverstone.
We're broadcasting tonight from Hethel in Norfolk, which is the home of Lotus. They've been designing and producing cars from here since 1966. But a lot has changed in that time. This once former RAF base has undergone a massive transformation, especially in recent years, as investment from Lotus parent company Geely has come online. Let's find out more about the transformation that has taken this historic site and made it fit for the future.
This is the Lotus Elan S3. And in 1966, these were the first cars that were produced in this custom-built factory. In the 55 years since Lotus has been producing cars from this site, almost 100,000 vehicles have come off the production line, been tested on this track, and then distributed all around the world. Cars which are today considered classics: the Elan, the Esprit, the Elise, and the Evora. After 5 decades, it would be easy to assume that the heyday of this site is over. But you'd be wrong, because the best days are ahead. Geely, the world's fastest growing automotive group and owners of Volvo, Polestar, Lynk & Co, London Electric Vehicle Company and others became majority shareholders of Lotus in 2017. And alongside Etika, provided the investment to turn Hethel from the home of classics to the home of cutting edge. And the investment is not just at Hethel. Lotus have also expanded and improved their other facilities, including the Lotus Advanced Technology Centre in Wellesbourne and the Lotus Advanced Structures operation in Norwich. Over £100 million has been invested in facilities alone, and the company has almost doubled its workforce since 2017. With the launch of Emira, an additional 200 operations roles are being recruited for. In the middle of the site stands this, the Retail Design Studio. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but this is what the shopping experience will look like for Lotus in the future. The most visible sign of investment are the 2 new production halls. One of them is home to the Lotus all-electric hypercar, the Avaya. The other hall is home to the Emira. Standing at over 12,000 square metres, it's the size of 1.5 football pitches. Some 4,800 Emiras will be produced here every year on a single shift pattern. And it's remarkable to think that this incredibly high-tech facility is a world away from the Lotus factories of old. What's most striking is there are no production lines in the floor. Instead, individual chassis are manoeuvred around the site on these automated guided vehicles. Come on then. The AGVs, as they're known, move cars on set routes around the factory. The route is easily programmed, future-proofing for any new production requirements. Each of the AGVs has a height adjustment system, so operators can get the car to a comfortable working height. The all-new paint shop is also state-of-the-art and will improve the quality and throughput of vehicles at the site. It features lots of impressive-sounding technologies, such as a combined primer and a clear coat line. Its dry filtration uses 60% less energy than a wet system, while the electrostatic primer, essentially a process of creating an electrostatic charge in the paint and on the part, reduces paint usage by 30 to 40%. And every car that comes off the production line gets tested here on the refurbished 2.2-mile track. Go on! That's how you use a track.
Joining me are 2 of the team who are responsible for putting this great investment to use. Head of Manufacturing Programmes, Barbara Garcia, and Head of Car Manufacturing Systems, Hayley Wright. Thank you both for joining me. I'm so excited to talk to you. So I'm going to start with Barbara, and I'd like to know, how exciting is it for you to be creating a new factory?
Helen, it's very exciting, not just for me, for everybody in Lotus. Because as part of our Vision 80 strategy, this is now the reveal of Emira is like a realization of everything that we've been investing in equipment. We've invested in Hethel £100 million. We've been investing in systems, in new processes, in people coming to the business. We also invested in our new facilities, an in-house facility that build our chassis and other in-house parts for the car. What is good about it is that people that are coming to the business, they come and bring new knowledge and new expertise, but they find here that people that have been here for a long time, that we are maintaining our heritage, our Lotus DNA, and that's what we want to carry forward. The people that make our cars, they're as passionate about the cars as the people that buy our cars. And that's what we want to maintain and show people we still have that, and we were going to continue with that. Each car is unique and is personalized. When people see how we manufacture the cars is very technological now. Yes, we have all the technology, but there are parts in there that is still like a handcrafted.
So Hayley, delivering a new car like this is more than just about shiny facilities. How have the investments been used to develop the people at Lotus?
Our biggest asset in Lotus is our people. So we've made huge investments into their development and their training. We've created the Lotus Learning Academy, so we can take on all of our new people. Up to 200 new people are going to come through this year in order to build the volumes that we've got to build with the Emira. So we've got to be able to grow our business with this transformational growth, train them, and also revisit all of our current staff so that we can train and develop them in our new ways of working. All these fantastic facilities that Barbara's helping bring in, all these new ways of working, our new processes. We need to upskill our current staff, but keeping that real strong thread of our strong, driven, obsessive but passionate culture of us lot.
Do you know what? That just makes me want to come and work for Lotus. I love it. It's really fantastic. So we wish you all the luck in the new factory, and I can't wait to drive some of the cars that you produce. So thank you so much for joining us.
Now, there are some people who are so excited to get their hands on the Emira, they've already ordered the car, despite the fact that they haven't seen it yet. You've got to love them, haven't you? And, well, some of them are with us tonight in our 131 superfans. Shall we give them a big cheer and chat to a few of them? Come on, give them a big warm welcome. That's it. Right, let's pop round and see who we've got to chat to, shall we? Right, let's speak to a few of you. Oh, there's a lot of lovely people up there. All right, first up, I believe it's Alex Dainty. Now, Alex, hello. Hi, you are an Evora owner, and you've already put a deposit down on an Emira. Is that right?
I have indeed. Yep. It's, you know, I'm a big fan of Lotus, of the company, and of the brand, and I've loved my Evora so much. I've driven it 31,000 miles or 50,000 kilometers in just under 2 years. So it's not been a garage queen. And I thought, you know what? New era, new times. Let's try the new car.
Good man. And did you take the photo that's behind you?
I did indeed. I would like to be sitting in front of my car, but unfortunately down in Hampshire, just like in Norwich, the weather is not playing ball.
Yeah, stay indoors. It's just a little bit wet here. Congratulations to you. Thanks so much for being part of it. I hope you love your new car. You will. I'm sure of it. Okay, let's chat. Should we head to Italy? Who fancies going to Italy right now? I mean, it's probably not raining there. Should we find out? Let's talk to Tony Torelli. Tony, are you there? Oh, hello. There's two of you. How are you doing? Just have a look out the window for me. Is it raining there?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, good, good. Now, you haven't seen the new car yet, but just tell us how excited you are about this. Is this something you're really pumped about?
Yes. I'm very excited to see the new Emira, and we are a big fan of Lotus.
We have got six Lotus, Tony and I. Wow. I had 3 Lotus and he 3, and we are very, very excited to discover the new Emira.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Clearly, that's the secret to a good relationship. Buy 3 Lotuses each. Perfect. You've got it nailed. Thank you, guys. Lastly, let's have a see who's on this huge wall. I believe it's going to be George Williams. George, are you there? Hey, George, how are you doing? You're a professional photographer, is that right, George?
I am indeed.
Excellent. And you also...
You can see next to me.
Is this yours?
It is indeed.
Oh, lucky man. How are you feeling about the Emira? Is it something that, clearly you haven't seen it yet, but is it something you're already excited to photograph?
I am indeed. I'm looking forward to discovering the new curves and the new design language.
It has curves aplenty, so you are going to love it. Thank you so much for your company. Enjoy the show, and, well, you're going to end up ordering a car. I'm confident of it. Okay, let's go. So thank you to all our super fans. We're going to be hearing from more of you later in the show. Let's have another quick wave. I'm loving the waves. It's such a special moment. Okay, Lotus really does inspire fans from all over the world, and of course, the world of motorsport as well. Now, one of our super fans, yeah, he's pretty nifty behind the wheel, having been a Formula One world champion. Now, he persuaded Matt Windle, the managing director of Lotus Cars, to give him a sneak peek at the Emira earlier today. This is what happened when Jensen Button met the Emira.
Well, hi, Jensen. Welcome to the FI-approved track at Hethel. I know our founder, Colin Chapman, would be so pleased that we got a Formula One champion here to try out Emira today.
Thank you. Well, it's a real pleasure for me to be here, you know, where you engineer the cars, you build the cars, and you test the cars on your track here. You know, I'm in my element. I get to drive the Emira, first person to drive the car, and on such a fantastic track, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're really pleased with it. It's everything that we wanted to get into the car, with the lightweight, the dynamics, and the aerodynamics as well, is really important for us. So getting you to put it through its paces will let us know whether we got to where we thought we were going to get to.
Well, Lotus is really, really well known for the mechanical grip that you get from the chassis. But looking at how this car is sculpted, it looks like everything has purpose. So you guys must have worked really hard on the aerodynamics also with the Emira.
Yeah, it's one of our mantras as well, is to try and keep things simple. So if we can get the aerodynamics so we've got positive downforce, so it improves the handling and the grip, as you say, you don't need to add the mechanical aids. So then you get the lightweighting, so you get the performance, but you're keeping the weight down on the car as well.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to take it out on the track. But first of all, a little bit to talk about the interior of the car. You know, I first jumped into a Lotus Eletre back in 1997 when I just started driving. And it was pretty bare, it was pretty sparse in there. There was a seat, 3 pedals of steering wheel and a gear stick. But now it's proper plush in the Emira. You know, the leather seats with the bolstered leather seats, the infotainment system, and obviously, most importantly, the cup holders.
I thought you'd like the cup holders. Yeah, so apparently sports car drivers do drink coffee as well, which is we've looked after. But I think, like you say, what we wanted to do was get an environment. So you've still got the feel of driving a Lotus. It's for the drivers. Everything's simple. Everything's where you need it. But you've got the luxury. People, you know, you want your phone to connect when you get in the car. You want it to be simple controls. So that's what we've achieved with this.
Yeah, and for me, you know, it's a light car, super light at 1,400 kilograms. So you're not going to wear through these tires quickly. You're not going to overheat the brakes. So you just want to drive forever until you have to fill up with petrol. So you want a comfortable car to do that in.
Absolutely, and I think this, what you get with this is something that you could drive with Spirit, or it's something that you could drive a long distance as well, and that's what we wanted to do. So it kind of works for everybody that wants to get into the car.
It's absolutely stunning, and I don't really want to call it a junior supercar because it could take on some of the big powerhouses out there on track, but it really is stunning. Fantastic job, and you guys should be very proud of what you've achieved here. Yeah,
I think I speak for. There's hundreds of people who've worked on this car over the years that we've been developing it, and it's testament to their commitment that we've actually got here. So I think what I really want to do is know what you think of it when you drive it as well. So I'm looking forward to that feedback.
Yeah, enough of the talking. Maybe I should jump in now. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you probably should. You probably should.
Excellent. Well, I love these little touches as well. This is obviously the first edition, which I'm hoping, if everything goes to plan, and I like it as much as I like the look of it, if I like the driving experience, hopefully I'll be on the wait list.
Excellent. I'll hold you to that. So we got a deal, and we'll talk about that later on.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Right, time to get in.
So a couple of giveaway hints about the car then from Jensen. It has a cup holder and a roof, which you'd need in this weather because it's suddenly got biblical. There is thunder, lightning, and I think this is hail. Anyway, let's keep going. We'll keep going if you're up for continuing to watch, and our super fans here are going to stay. You're a bit dry, guys, aren't you? Yep, just about. You don't want to move from under your tarps. Okay, we're going to see how Jensen got on, and if Matt Windle just sold an Emira a little later in the show. There's just under 15 minutes to go until we unbox Emira, and the excitement and the weather is building. Bear with me, audience. You're excited, aren't you? Great. I am too. Our virtual audience from all over the world, I think they're pretty dry. My legs are drenched now. Are you having a good time out there in your lovely, warm, cozy homes? I'm not jealous, not in the slightest. Okay, if you're excited at home, why not let us know where you are, whether it's dry or not, and of course, whether you're excited to meet Emira. Please use the hashtag for the drivers. Now let's get back to the car itself, shall we? And it's time to look at some of the technology involved. When it was dry earlier, Helen went to chat to some of the Lotus experts to find out more.
The Emira is set to deliver everything you'd expect from a Lotus. Striking design, thrilling aerodynamics, and of course, designed for the drivers. However, this car comes with a whole new set of technical advancements that we just haven't seen before in a Lotus car. I've been invited to Lotus HQ by Emma Forster and Mark Fullerlove to discover more. It's so great to meet you both, and I am thrilled to talk to you, but I want to know what you're excited about in terms of tech in the Emira.
So there's obviously a lot of technology that's been brought into Emira. Perhaps we could focus on the driver instrument cluster, obviously very driver focused. It's a TFT digital instrument display of high resolution. It has multiple layers of information and data that the driver can receive from the TFT. And it's also linked to the drive usage of the car. So for example, you can set it up in track mode, where you get an instrument display that is very track orientated, performance driving orientated, with the data that's relevant for that type of usage.
So you've made a lot of improvements, but what is it like to actually own an Emira as an everyday car?
We've definitely put a lot of thought into everyday usage. We've looked at people that would do short journeys and long journeys and how they would use the car. So we're class leading on storage, 208 litres behind the seats. There's cup holders. Both of the door pockets take a ½ litre bottle of water and the glove box. So there's plenty of space for you to be able to use it as an everyday car and not feel compromised.
People do expect a lot from their cars these days. But what's the driving experience like in the Emira?
The Emira still has a very high level of driver engagement. It's still a very pure driver's car. It's got incredible capability, but I think it also has an amazing ability to give you the everyday usability we've been mentioning. We've also introduced some new option features, driver support systems. It's an option pack called the Lotus Co-Drivers Pack, and it brings technology such as ADAS, which is the autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and it also has sensors on the car that can warn you of changing lanes, and also rear cross traffic alert if you're reversing off the driveway. It has those kind of features that if you're using it every day, maybe not concentrating after a long day at work or something, it's going to assist you. If you were to use the car at the track, you can enjoy the car's dynamic capability, but as soon as you start your journey home, you can switch on the driver assistance and drive home in a very relaxed way.
That sounds incredible. So I can ferry my dogs around and then I can go to the track and have fun in the car as well. Thank you so much. Before we meet the Emira, let's chat with Managing Director of Lotus Cars, Matt Windle. Matt, how did you get on with Jensen earlier?
I'm so happy this day's arrived. It's very exciting. Jensen did get to drive the car a bit earlier, but you'll have to wait and see how he got on. But I do think that deal that we had is definitely on.
Well, I hope so, because I want him to buy me one as well. So what's the backstory of the Emira and your relationship with Lotus?
So I first came to Lotus in 1998, and I've been here on and off since then. I've had the privilege to really work throughout the company, both on the shop floor, then into the exec suite, and now I'm really proud to be sat in the corner office of the MD.
That is really incredible. You say on and off, so did you do any interesting jobs in between?
I did, yeah. I've had a great career, but I suppose one of the most interesting was a small startup called Tesla. That was a fantastic experience. But Lotus, Lotus, and anybody that works here will tell you this, just gets under your skin. It's the people and the products are absolutely fantastic. and I'm so proud to be back and having the opportunity to lead the business.
What a story. That really is incredible. So how did the birth of the Emira come about?
We've always wanted to do a more usable everyday car, and Emira gives us that. But it's part of our growth plans as well, so it will give us increased volume. And it's just the start of where we want to go to as a company as well. We decided that it'd be great to celebrate a last hurrah of the ICE engine, and we feel like we've achieved that with Emira, and it's definitely the best in breed. What the car also brings us is, it will bring us bigger volumes, it will take us to a wider audience, but it's the new design language, it's the new future for our business and brand.
There's been a lot of change at Lotus, so how are things different now?
Well, the place is transformed. I mean, we've spent £100 million on facilities, and tonight we're here for the launch of Emira, but we're here as well for the rebirth of Hethel. During the last 2 years, we've built new factories, we've introduced new facilities across the sites, new technology, we've doubled the resources in that time, and that's across not just Hethel, but we have a manufacturing site in Norwich as well, and then we have our Advanced Technology Centre in Wellesbourne in the Midlands. But ultimately, what the customer's interested in is the product. And Emira is that product, it's the result of those investments. It's a game changer for Lotus. It's a real significant milestone on taking us into what we want to be, which is a truly global performance car brand. So we've managed to achieve striking design, the breathtaking performance, best in class ride and handling, outstanding aerodynamics, and an unrivaled experience which is really for the drivers. We feel like we've achieved a junior supercar in a sports car, and it really is a shift in terms of practicality, comfort, functionality and technology. We've made sure it's competitively priced, and there's 2 engine options as well. So you have the choice of the Toyota V6, which we've worked with a long time. It's a blistering engine, but yet it's bulletproof, or our first new sports car engine for many years, and we have a 2-litre i4 from AMG. It's a modern, highly efficient, big output engine, and incredibly fast too.
Wow, that is a lot to take in, and all I can say is, where do I sign up? So to put it simply for us, what's great about the Emira?
Put simply, Helen, it's the most accomplished road car to ever come out of the gates at Hethel.
I mean, that is so exciting. I cannot wait to drive it. And thank you so much for inviting all of us to be part of this with you tonight.
Thank you.
Well, from the ridiculous to the sublime, the sun has now graced us with its presence, and that crazy downpour meant I've now lost my contact with everyone else. So we're just going to busk it and see how we get on. Now listen, you're going to love this bit. Every Lotus car pulls from the heritage and design firsts of the cars that have gone before it. And there have been lots of firsts for Lotus. The Type 14, the Lotus Elite, there it is, beautiful. The world's first composite monocoque production road car. The Type 72, oh yes, the most successful F1 car design of all time. I love it. Right, the Type 111, the Lotus Elise, the world's first aluminium bonded extrusion construction production car. And there are many more world firsts as well. So before we introduce you to the last of our internal combustion engine cars, let's take a minute to remind ourselves of what has come before.
Tonight we present to you 8 cars which represent our heritage. The Lotus Elan is the quintessential 1960s sports car. It was also the first Lotus to sell over 10,000 cars. It was advanced for its time, opening up the benefits of lightweight for use beyond the racetrack onto the road. The Elan will still outhandle many sports cars manufactured today. The car was also made famous by its appearance in the original Avengers TV show, where it was driven by Diana Rigg in each episode. This Elan S3 was one of the first cars to leave the factory here in Hethel. And as you can see, it is still as beautiful to look at today as it was then. The Lotus Esprit was built here between 1976 and 2004 and was designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro, who's widely considered to be one of the most influential car designers of all time. An iconic movie car. It was driven by James Bond in The Spy Who Loved Me, where after a spectacular car chase, viewers saw the Esprit turn into a submarine. Its movie career also saw starring roles in For Your Eyes Only, Pretty Woman, and Basic Instinct. The car featured here is the turbo version and was Colin Chapman's personal car and his last official company car. Next up is a first series Lotus Elise. Unveiled in September 1995, it revolutionized low-volume vehicle manufacturing with its pioneering bonded aluminium technology. The chassis of the car itself is a work of technological beauty, strong, stiff, and lightweight. Even with a modest 118 brake horsepower engine, the Series 1 Elise can do 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. At its launch, it was heralded as one of the greatest sports cars ever. Demand was so great for the Elise at launch that there was a 2-year waiting list. By far the noisiest engine of all the cars on display today is this classic Team Lotus Formula One car, the Type 72. Launched in April 1970, it quickly became one of the truly great F1 cars of all time. It's arguably the reason modern F1 cars look the way they do today, as it was the first car to move the radiators from the front to the side. Colin Chapman proclaimed that this car was perhaps the most perfect example of aerodynamics at work. This is chassis number 5 of 10. She was raced in 20 Grand Prix by Emerson Fittipaldi from 1970 to 1973. Written off in a crash at the 1973 Dutch Grand Prix, the wreckage languished in a storeroom for 40 years until 2013, when the team decided to have a go at repairing the tub. The restoration was completed in 2019, just in time for the car to participate in the Autosport track test at Hethel, and that year's Goodwood Festival of Speed. After the first Elise rolled off the production line, 2021 will be the last year that these cars are produced by Lotus. This is one of the final edition cars and marks the pinnacle of the model's technical development and showcases 2 decades of engineering excellence. There's a high demand for these versions of the Elise, and they are a remarkable piece of engineering and a tribute to all of the versions that have come before. This car is an icon and a classic in its own lifetime. It hasn't been around for quite as long, but 2021 is the 21st birthday of the Exige, and this year will also be its final year of manufacture. First launched in 2000, the Exige has become the genre-defining definition of a race car for the road. Although built as a road car, the Lotus Exige is also a global championship-winning race car. To celebrate this exceptionally talented car's final year, we've created this final edition. The car that took us back to racing, the Exige was born on the track and turned for the road. It helped us get back into motorsport by launching a one-make series. The Exige is truly a track day weapon. The newest of our current crop of cars is the Evora, launched originally in 2008. The Evora GT410 combines sports car agility, precision and response, but with a greater focus on comfort and everyday usability. The Evora is designed to be a more usable everyday car, and introduced a new type of customer to Lotus. It's another Lotus car that has won GT championships across the globe, including a podium at the world-famous 24 Hours of Le Mans. 2021 also marks the final year of production for the Evora. The Lotus Type 130 is the Evora, and there will be only 130 of these cars made. The Evora is the world's first fully electric British hypercar and has been designed, engineered and is being hand-built right here in Hethel. An ultra-lightweight carbon fibre monocoque makes it the world's lightest production EV hypercar, and Evora produces in excess of 2,000 horsepower from its 4 electric motors. The car has a top speed of 200 miles per hour and is capable of reaching 180 miles per hour in under 9 seconds. The Evora goes into production later this year with customer delivery soon after. As we'll soon see with the Emira, the Evora is a statement of intent for our future design and technology direction. Now we've seen what has come before, it's time to unbox the future for Lotus cars. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the Lotus Emira!
Well, here it is, the Lotus Emira. And what a way to make an entrance. What do you think? Yeah, everybody's too busy with their phones getting all the shots. Now look, as the sun sets here in Hethel, a new dawn is born for Emira.
This is the last internal combustion engine car that Lotus will ever produce, and it is utterly gorgeous. Just look at it.
Absolutely. So to give us the full tour of the car and to see it close up, let's hear from Lotus's design director, Russell Carr.
The ambition for the design team from the outset was to create a car that had the visual drama of a supercar, but package it up in a vehicle that is affordable, that is compact, is of high quality, and most importantly, everyday usable. When we say supercar, there are really three elements. First of all, there's the obvious reference to the Avaya hypercar that we launched 2 years ago. That was always intended to be a statement of a new design language, so why wouldn't we use this on this new car, our first volume-produced sports car? Secondly, combining beautiful, soft sculpture with technical details, the balance between form and function. And then finally is the proportion. It's getting the car to look low, hunkered down, something that invites you to drive it. At the front of the car, we've got this very sharp attacking nose section that looks like it's going to cleave through the air, and that's really important. We want the car to express speed even when it's standing still. Also on the front are the very distinctive headlights, which give the car a unique signature when it's looming up behind you at night. You'll notice that the lines flow very beautifully in three-quarter view from the bonnet into the side sculpture. And the way we play with light and shadow on there helps us describe a car that is very athletic, a car that looks planted to the road, a car that's going to be exciting to drive.
Aerodynamics is that tangible, direct link. It is, if you like, the science behind the beauty of the car. Every feature on the car, every shape on the car's bodywork, it has a part to play in terms of the way the airflow flows around it, the way it guides the airflow into certain positions to do certain jobs. The splitter, that captures the air at the front. It stagnates the air on top of the splitter to generate downforce to counteract some of that upper body lift which is generated by the car. You've got the air blades in the corner intakes, those characteristic boomerang or nostril vents in the bonnet. They physically suck the airflow out of the cooling system by creating vortices which low pressure core drags the air out to help the efficiency of the cooling system and direct the airflow down and around the sides of the car. Those vents down the C-pillar of the car, again, they're positioned precisely to be aligned with the two counter-rotating vortices that roll over the back of the car with low pressure cores to suck out the hot air from the engine bay. Everybody knows that the car has got to be beautiful, but it's also got to work, and it's getting that harmony and balance between what it looks like and how it performs that is key.
When we get to the rear of the car, there are some beautiful details. This is our last combustion engine car, and we really want to separate that. So when you look at the exhaust pipes inside there, there's some beautiful perforations. The C-shaped section, rear lights, very distinctive. The car looks incredibly broad and muscular. Rear view of the car is something very powerful, something very distinctive. The interior should help you connect with the vehicle totally. Behind the seats, you can put a couple of cabin bags if you're going on a trip. We've got storage in the doors. We've got twin storage in the center console above and below the main line. We also have an armrest with storage in there. And then we have the classic glove box as well. So it really is something that you can use every day. Somewhere to put your phone, somewhere to put your sunglasses, etc. As you'll see, we've got twin TFT screens in there, 12.3 and 10.25. But you also have some hard keys on the steering wheel, but also some hard keys for things like heating and volume control. All the major surfaces are either trimmed in leather or in textile or in Alcantara. Many of the touch points are also made out of honest materials, as we refer to it, metal, etc. This is an interior that feels extremely sporty, is intuitive to use, so if you want to drive the car with passion, it doesn't ask anything of you. And equally, if you just want to use it on a normal trip as well, it's a comfortable environment to be in.
We all work together with the one objective of producing the ultimate sports car. All of the features that we have on the Emira are not only wonderfully, beautifully looking features, but they're there for a very specific reason. It's form following function. That's what a Lotus is.
It's all about a collection of things as a designer. And I think it's the combination of these dramatic exterior looks with a very sporty but very luxurious and usable interior as well. That just means it's a car that you can use for any occasion on the road or on the track.
It's the culmination of decades worth of experience to produce what is, I believe, one of the best sports cars in the world. The Emira.
Russell, thank you so much for talking through some of those incredible design elements of the Emira. So now it's out of the box. Are you excited for people to see it?
I'm tremendously excited. You know, we've been locked away in the studio for the last 2.5 years, slaving over this car, obsessing about the details, eat, sleeping and drinking this car. But what it's all about is now sharing with all the fans, the owners, the media, and our family as well. All those people who are wondering why we were spending so many hours at work.
Well, now they can see, and it was worth it. So the Avaya was a statement of intent, and you can see that in the Emira. So what else are you working on?
Well, we've got a whole range of cars to work on at the moment, but the nature of our business is that it's completely about confidentiality. We make the military seem sort of quite open, so I can't share any details about those cars at the moment.
Fantastic. Well, I might just pop by and see what's going on. Matt, now it's out of the box. Can you stand the excitement?
Helen, I'm really excited and so pleased to bring the car to the world on behalf of all of the staff. I mean, hundreds of people have worked on this car. And I think it's quite fitting. The sun's shining on Lotus. Definitely.
Russell, Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, isn't it gorgeous? Right, back to our 131 superfans. Now, these guys have had a good look at the car. We've had a good look at the car. Shall we say hello to them again? Hello, everybody. Let's have a nice big wave. All right. Come on, everyone. Wave back to them. They're waving to us. Wonderful. Okay. Should we go down under? Should we choose Australia? Okay, let's do that. First up, let's see if Jason Overland is there. Jason, are you around? Hey, Jason. G'day. How you doing?
Greetings from Australia, where it's lovely and sunny.
Well, we can say the same at last. So, hurrah! We've got a bit of sunshine. I think one gentleman's got a bit of sunburn already, so we're doing great. Now, you've seen it. What do you think of the Emira?
Oh, wow, it's fantastic. I might have to change that picture on the back there from the sport racer. I think Richard Gibbs will be on the phone in about half an hour.
Are you going to be placing an order? What do you reckon?
Well, have to have a look at the drivetrains first, but let's go. Show me what you got.
Brilliant. Thank you. Have a great evening. You take care. Thank you for talking to us. Let's go to San Francisco. Why not? Ashi Bista. Should we see if Ashi's there? Ashi, can you see yourself cruising over the Golden Gate Bridge in an Emira?
Yes, of course. It's beautiful.
I love that. Straight out of the box. And look where you're sat. That's a backdrop and a half. You're clearly a super fan.
Yes.
What do you think? Are you blown away?
I am. It's really beautiful, and I think I really want one right now. And especially the cup holders. I'm in love with it.
Do you know what? There's an awful lot feeling like that right now. There's quite a lot of people that are on the same wavelength as you. Thank you so much for talking to us. Lastly, it'd be rude not to go to the home of British racing, wouldn't you? Silverstone and the Lotus Silverstone dealership. There they all are. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Everyone okay there? Looks like you're having a... Oh, there we go. They've turned on the lights. And a couple of people just woke up. Hello, you guys. Everyone all right? Let's see. Is anyone going to chat to us from there, or are you just going to give us a thumbs up? Let's go for a thumbs up. Why not? Everyone all right over there? They're all right in the back. Never usually works that way. Brilliant. Fantastic. Have a great night, guys. Love it. Love it. Well, look, as you can see, our super fans, all 131 of them, are super excited by the Emira. A good sign, hopefully, for how this car will be received.
Well, we've met the Emira, we've seen what goes into its design DNA, but does it drive like a Lotus? Sadly, they haven't let me have a go yet, but for good reason. Because earlier you saw Matt give the keys of the first car to Formula One world champion Jenson Button. Let's see how he got on.
I'm going to hand it over to you, and you need to let us know what you think.
Yeah, as much as I like looking at the outside of a car, this is my area. All right, here we go. To experience this brand new car, I'm very lucky, very privileged to be the first one in it. This engine just roars. It sounds wonderful. So that driver feeling for me is so important. It's the ticket. It's what works. The cabin is just proper luxurious. The leathers in here, the infotainment system, this massive screen. It's nice that it's simple and it gives you more time to do this. Lotus engineers and aerodynamicists have worked really hard on the Emira and been able to produce quite a lot of downforce for such a small car. So it gives it a lot of grip in these high-speed, mid-speed corners. It gives you confidence to push the car a little bit harder. It just holds the road so well. Just puts a big smile on your face. A lot of people talk about power to weight, and the reason why they have to add so much horsepower is because the car is so heavy. With the Lotus, it's super light. You don't need 800 horsepower, and you wouldn't want it either. It would be undrivable. It's light, it's nimble, and it's comfortable. A completely different beast. I applaud everyone at Lotus. You know, they should be very proud of what they have achieved with the Emira. It's a fantastic piece of kit. What can I say? Wow. You know, every time I drive a Lotus, I love that mechanical grip that it gives you. But now you even have that in the high-speed corners. They've worked really hard with the aerodynamics on the Emira. And you're doing it in such a luxurious place as well. This interior is so plush. You know, a lot of the time in a sports car, they're fantastic to drive. You enjoy driving them, but you don't want to do long distances in them. But in here, I'm so comfy. My takeaways from today, a big step forward for Lotus. This car is a very, very important car. And this is really going to shape the company for the future. I'm not done driving it yet.
You've seen him on the track, he's driven the car, now let's meet him in person. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenson Button. Jenson, welcome. So, how is it to drive the Emira?
Well, first of all, it's fantastic to be here. A real privilege, a pleasure to see so many smiling faces. And what better way to launch an iconic car in true British weather? Now we have sun. Now I've come out on stage, which I'm very happy about. But I was very lucky to take that beauty out on track earlier. And it was really enjoyable. You know, you expect to have the mechanical grip, as you heard in the 3-minute video. You expect to have that mechanical grip from a Lotus, but to have the aero and, you know, everything on this car has a purpose. You know, all these lines, intakes, the curvatures, they have a purpose, and that's what I love most about it. And then you step inside, and as I said, plush. That's the word of the day. It's such a nice place to be. It's comfortable. You have the infotainment system, which is easy to work, so you can get back to hammering through the gears. And they've moved the gear stick in this car quite high. And it feels really racy. So from the steering wheel to the gear stick, it's such a short movement, which is great. It feels much more racy, and I obviously like that.
Well, I think you've sold it to us, to be honest. You've loved Lotus cars since you were young. In fact, since you were too young to actually drive one.
Well, no, I was legally allowed to drive one, but I was 17. I actually started off in something that was not a Lotus and very far from a Lotus when I was 17. But I drove past the Bristol dealership, the Bristol showroom, and there was a Lotus Elise out on the grass. So I went in and I said, "Can I drive that?" And they said, "No." One word, that's all that they gave me, no. I was like, "Well, can I sit in it?" They said, "Okay, you can sit in it." So I sat in the car, and I remember it just being very sparse, first of all. You basically had a seat, 3 pedals, a steering wheel, and a gear stick. But I just loved that feeling of a Lotus when you got in it. You felt part of it, and that was what I loved the most. Obviously, the interior of these is very different. It's moved on a long way, but I had the bug then, and I got to drive in my friend's Esprit, which was very exciting, very powerful, and also in 2000, I got to come here while I was working with another manufacturer doing laps around here, passenger rides, and at the end of the day, I said, "Can I drive the Lotus 340R?" And they said, "Yeah, of course you can." And jumped in it, and it was worlds beyond what I was driving around here. So yes, very passionate about Lotus, and great to be part of the team, and having the chance to drive these really means a lot.
And you're bringing back a classic Lotus, aren't you?
Yes, bringing back the Type 62, where they built 2 for racing. And Radford, with my mates at Radford, we're bringing back, it doesn't sound very professional, does it, with my mates at Radford, but they are my mates. We're bringing back the Type 62 2, which I'm really, really looking forward to. It's something very exciting for the future. And we're very lucky that we've been able to work with Lotus on the platform and with the engineers and the development of it. So exciting for the future, but right now, we're here for these guys, and I must say, in this color, stunning, isn't it?
It is absolutely amazing.
What would you choose?
I
I'm not
can't
offering
decide.
it.
Well, no, I'm going to buy one. I think I'd probably go for the blue.
Yeah.
And are you going to level up to your end of the bargain with Matt from earlier?
Well, if I get on the top of the list, yes. I mean, yes, I can't say no to it. It's stunning, and the problem is for me is color. I like this. I personally would really go for the yellow. The yellow with that fleck in it, you know, I think it would show off the curves a little bit. But no, it's a spectacular car, and I can't believe we're calling it a junior supercar. Because it would take on so many powerhouses out on track. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, and everyone that's worked on this car should be very, very proud.
Well, you heard it here first. Jensen's going to buy one. I feel like I should get the commission from that sale. Ladies and gentlemen, Jensen Button.
Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoyed the evening.
Well, that's it. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Thanks, of course, to our guests here. You guys have been great. You've bared with us during this wonderful weather. And thanks, of course, to our 131 superfans. Lovely. Fantastic stuff. Now, look, there'll be plenty more content to come over the next few days, so please make sure you follow the Lotus social channels.
Emira and Avaya will be on display at the Lotus stand this week during the Goodwood Festival of Speed, so if you're going down there, be sure to check them out.
Yeah, for sure. From all of us here, thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night.